Hey, it's Andrew with GY6 Vids. These are the semi-automatic 12 gauge XTR 12s. Let's get into the review. Woo! We were shooting in a safe direction at the beginning of the video. Be safe with shotguns, be safe with all firearms. Always consider where you're shooting. It was safe in that direction in 180 degrees, so don't you worry. But let's get into the shotgun. These are the XTRs. These are semi-automatic mag-fed shotguns made by Utas or Utas or Utas or Utas, whatever you want to say. I say Utas. I'm American. I'm not from Turkey. I'm most likely saying it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Utas with a sh at the end of it, but everyone says Utas. So Utas is known for its UTS 15 shotgun. When I say known for, I'm not saying in a positive light, because that shotgun absolutely sucked in my mind. I could not stand it, but doesn't mean a company can't come back and redeem itself. This XTR platform, I think, has that potential. I cannot wait to put it through its paces today. This thing feels just like an AR-15. It's sub 8 pounds. And man, it looks like a beast, especially with this giant steel magazine. So let me put this one down. The green one we'll be using for looking at the internals as well as B-roll shots. I'm gonna put this one down. I'm gonna use just the Desert Tan one right now. Magazines to start off with, let's just discuss those real fast, get that out of the way. These are all metal. They're very substantial. I was impressed when I got the magazines that they weren't polymer. I don't like polymer mags very much. They feel kind of flimsy, they feel cheesy, they make a lot of noise. They're very substantial. If your gun ever fails on you, you probably could beat someone to death with this thing as a war hammer by itself. It also has an aluminum follower, which I was very impressed with because most followers are polymer and plastic, and they don't do a very good job. This one is an anti-tilt follower, and it has a little bit of a lip in the front to allow for better feeding, hopefully, of shotgun shells into the feed ramp and into the barrel. We will see. But these are their 10 rounders, and down to the side for right now, they also have 5-round mags. So you can use these 5-round mags if you wanted to. You don't have to slam it in there, you don't have to smack it. Utah says to not smack or slam the magazines in, so I'm guessing just a good little push and you're good to go. The XTR has been out for a little bit now. I haven't seen anything really in depth about seeing how it functions, how it performs. It had some issues with the bolt carrier, I believe, when it first came out. It had some issues with that failing. I talked to Utas about that. They said they fixed that issue. There is no problem. Utas has a lot of catching up to do after the UTS 15 in my mind, and I am so excited about this shotgun. It looks killer. When I first got them in, I was pumped to get these things onto the range and shoot them. And you have all the function of an AR-15, so if you're transitioning from an AR-15 or AR-10 platform, you can transition to the shotgun and have all the ergonomics and function of the gun that you're used to. Ambidextrous safety, left hand, right hand side. You have your mag release on the right hand side as well as ambidextrous on the left hand side. Now the ambidextrous safeties, I do like that because I'm an ambidextrous shooter. I shoot left and right handed. On that note, the safety, it hangs a little low. They have a great grip on here and you get a good purchase on the gun, but your hand sits so high that safety digs into the webbing of your index finger, and I'm hoping after a couple hundred shells today I'm not going to be bleeding from my index finger, but we will see. The ambidextrous mag release, I like that a lot. Mags drop free, very easy, no problem there whatsoever. And then on the back side, drops free, no problem whatsoever as well. So I'm liking that, but you know, the ambidextrous mag release on the backside, I think anytime you have an ambidextrous mag release, you got to have it stick out a little bit further because your bolt release is right there. So when you go to hit that mag release, you're hitting the bolt release as well as a mag release, and you can get a hang up. So a little ergonomic problem there, as well as the safety having a little ergonomic issue with it sticking out too low. And you're looking at about that 5.5, 6 pound range you get with a normal mil-spec trigger you have in an AR-15. Pull back. There's no over travel, which is nice. So you should be able to rip this off pretty quick. Now, it's one thing to go fast on an AR-15, it's another thing to go really fast with a 12 gauge semi-automatic. So let's see how fast I can rip these things off later in the video. The overall weight on this gun is you're looking at just over 8 pounds. So you're staying in that same range you're gonna get with most Sega shotguns, Veprs, and everything else. You're gonna be staying within that half-pound range. Obviously, when you put a big old loaded magazine in with 12 gauge, you're gonna be increasing that weight tremendously. Just keep that in mind. But by itself, just over 8 pounds, that's fantastic. The barrel is 4140 steel, as well as 4140 steel in the bolt carrier. Now the bolt carrier group itself, I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks because it looks like it might be a little, I don't know, issues with failure. When you're shooting 12 gauge, I'd rather have a little bit more weight and know that the gun may not explode on me or have a cracked bolt carrier or bolt face. So I'm not sure about it, but we will find out when we start ripping off rounds to see how it performs. The system is ran off of a piston system. It's a short stroke piston. The piston starts about right here, using gases to drive a piston back, which hits the bolt carrier group, which pushes the bolt back. Bolt carrier goes into the buffer tube like an AR-15, ejects a shotgun shell. And I want to see how reliable that is, because a lot of other semi-automatic shotguns on the market, Segas and so on and so forth, they have issues with feeding different types of shells. If the shell's not fast enough, it won't cycle. If it's too heavy, it could break the gun. And so those are the issues that happen with other shotguns like the trusty Sega 12 gauge, and that's why a lot of people put an adjustable gas block on their Sega 12 gauges so they can adjust that and have more reliable feeding with any type of round they want to shoot. But so far I'm loving it. Very ergonomic, good, comfortable feel, and it feels like a little like an AR-10, you know, that's what you feel like. But you got this big old barrel in the front of it, which semi-automatic 12 gauge just makes me giggle inside. The gas block itself, a little close to the handguard, that might get hot. We'll see how that goes. This will shoot 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells, so you can't go 3.5, but you can go 3. And we have some 3-inch slug shells we're gonna be shooting, and 3-inch 2-shot high brass as well that we'll be shooting to see how this performs. To break this down is very easy. They have an instruction manual that comes with the gun. You take off these 2 screws in the front. This little nut comes off the front. You loosen up these back bolts, the handguard comes off, and then you can work on the gas system from there. And that's just merely a few screws. You take it off, you have your piston inside of it, you clean that all up, put it all back together. As far as the backside of the gun, for the internals of the lower and the upper, just like an AR-10, AR-15 platform, you're getting very easy maintenance. You're just popping the 2 pins at the bottom, taking the upper from the lower, cleaning it out accordingly. Except for the bolt face, the bolt itself has a spring inside of it that gives it a little bit more recoil reduction when you're shooting 12 gauge. I'm finding it to be a little weird because if you get up here, if you don't let it come all the way forward fast, it just doesn't seat, and there is no forward assist. So that might pose as an issue as we go in this review, because you can push this forward and it might go, but occasionally it just stays there and it hangs up about right here. So I'm not sure what's going on in the internals of this, but we will find out as we shoot. There's a little rough patch. I can't wait to shoot it more and more and more. Oh, because it's so badass. I want this thing to work. Maybe have it collapse the stock and put a vertical grip on that. Oh, that'd be nice. The optic we're using for the shooting portion of the video is the Spitfire AR from Vortex Optics. The Spitfire is one of my favorite optics. Very quick target acquisition. That's why I put it on this shotgun. It's got a halo with a dot in the middle of it, so you can just pull up, hit target when you want to fast. You know, shotguns, you're not looking for extreme precision at long range, so I put this on here for that reason. And then one last thing, front of the barrel, it has external threading. There is no choke in the shotgun, so you can't put chokes in it, which kind of sucks. I wish you could, but it's external threading, so you're able to put on a muzzle brake. And from Utas, you get these muzzle brakes. I believe it's 23 by 1 external thread pitch. So very interesting, very unique. You have a little barrel nut at the bottom that you put on, just thread it on there, you're good to go. I've timed it up perfectly, so we're gonna have good recoil mitigation because it's gonna blow the gases left and right. Yeah. There's the specs. Now you guys know XTR 12 gauge by Utas. Let's put some mags in it and have some fun. On that note, let's blow some stuff up. 1 ounce slugs on some soda bottles. 3-inch. Yeah, so 3-inch, 1 ounce slugs definitely gets the job done. Oh, this should be very fun. All right, so stick mag, bird shot, paint cans downrange, road flares, high speed. What's there not to love? Ah, the smell of burning tape and plastic and fumes. All right. Moving on. You know, the shells they recommend are the Winchester AA Super Handicap Heavy Target Load. These are 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch, 1,250 feet per second. So if they're recommending 1,250 feet per second, I'm hoping 1,200 feet per second, which is very common for cheap shotgun shells, will cycle as well. We're gonna see, let's just blast on the main ADAP target to the left. Oh, come on! I was like, yeah. And I think it's our last. It's getting hung up on the back of the brass. Let's get this mag out of there. I'm getting upset. I don't want bad things to happen. I don't want negative things to happen, but it looks like the last two, number 9 and 10, are left in the mag. Let's see if we can get these to fire. I knew it was going to fire that one. So there's 10 rounds. Mag out. So we're at 10. Let's go to 20. Freaking ants on my glasses. All right, let's go a little bit faster, see if it helps. Ah! See, it's stuck right there. Another one. That one. Okay, so that did feed the next round in. So that last one did feed. I was just checking for failure to extract or failure not to feed. This is brand new. Hopefully this gets better as it gets broken in. Special light. It's that light that really sets the mood. I think the universe realizes that I'm completely sad in my heart that we're already having issues. I'm hoping it breaks in. Let's just see if it's a break-in period. Okay, I can hear it on that bolt carrier group seating. It's having kind of like a hang up about right here as the bolt's coming through. Whatever. Mag 3, so going on to 21. Let's go dueling tree. Oh, it actually has enough oomph to get it to go. I heard that, I don't know if you heard it, but it seated after it didn't seat, and then I went to like go, oh no, and it seated again. See if it finishes it out. Nope, it's not letting it, see? Magazine just wiggles enough, it hits kind of stovepipes into that feed ramp and doesn't feed directly in. Let's be honest, guys. Shotguns were never, or shotgun shells were never designed to be semi-automatic. They're meant to be plugged into a shotgun tube and poof, fired. If a company started making shotgun shells specifically for semi-automatic, how cool would that be? Maybe make it a little bit more rounded edge. I mean, that's pretty round, that's pretty smooth as it is, and these are good shotgun shells. I mean, these are slick. There should be no issues with this. So they weren't ever designed for semi-automatic, but that's not taking away from the fact this gun is failing. And I know I'm talking more like I said I shouldn't do, and I told you I wouldn't talk, but damn it, man. I want guns to work. I hate bringing negative news, period. But I'm gonna bring it if it's negative. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If it's not working, it's not working. I just want it to work. This thing is so cool looking, and it should, and when it does work, it feels like, yeah, you know, you get that America, or turkey in this case. Mag 4. See, it's like, it just doesn't have enough balls to really push forward. Let's see if it fires just off the hip, or without anything on the stock. That fed all of them. What the? So, if you're gangster shooting, it's gonna work flawlessly for you. Mag 5. So no issues there. I am noticing when the bolt is back. Let's talk about this for a second. I am noticing when the bolt is back, the mag goes in a little too far. Yeah, you can even see it rubbing right there. Let's see if we go gentle. Okay, so you can see how far it locked in, right? That was very gentle. The round is a lot lower there. Mag comes out no problem. But if you push a little harder, like we're used to with all magazines, that's not slamming, that's just putting the mag in. It goes in tremendously more than it does when you go super light. So, see? Let's do the backside here. Yeah, it gets stuck. So maybe that's our issue. But let's go gentle. So super gentle. Okay, I heard it click. Okay, so it's seated and it's in there, but it's a lot lower. Let's see how it functions now. See, that sounds a little bit better, but I can still hear that. All right, here we go. Okay, so first off, that safety really is jacking into my index finger. This grip is great. I love it. It's fantastic. I like it. It gets a good purchase on the gun. You get a good finger placement on the trigger. But when it's on fire, your hand seats up so high that it rubs right there on your index finger. That's going to be fun by the end of the day. So let's try that again. Let's see if it's that. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Ah, gentle. It's kind of counter to everything you're used to with ARs. You slam them in, you'll make sure they're good in there. Rah. This one you just kind of like, boop, and it's perfect. Doing it again. Still hear that. It's not like the typical ching like you hear from a bull carrier group. It's you can hear it like right here. Oh, I'm a stickler for rattling and sounds like that, especially when it causes your gun not to work. But let's see if we solve most of the problems and be positive. There's always something to figure out and solve for problems and dilemmas. You just got to be super kids gloves, just gentle, just tap it in, just tap it in, just tap, tap, tappy, taparoo. Yeah. Come on. A little all over the place. All right, we're cycling. Let's see if it drops. Whoop. Mag. Nothing like a little dirt in your magazine. Ding, it's in there. You're good to go. Let's see if it cycles. See if I can pull the trigger as fast as I can. Ah! Oh, killed the target. Always a good thing. So happy I got that on camera. Just for poops and giggles, not even aiming. Let me set those steel targets back up, but that one fed the remaining ones. Oh, Mr. Steel Target. Oh. Well, took a beating. Oh, I forgot to nail down the stakes. That's on me. All right, target staked. Let's get back to shooting. All right, mag 8. Let's go on the dueling tree. Cool. So, right in the face. So that one fed fine. Again, I think it might be the tap, tap, tappy style of seating the magazine. I swear, I use deodorant. These flies are just high desert flies. They're looking for any moisture, so trust me, if you're annoyed by them, times it by about 1,000,000. I hate flies. Ugh. But yeah, there's some wear and tear on the inside of this. You can already see some rub spots. Yeah, there's some little snagging point right there. Right about there. And I felt it on both shotguns, so it's not just this one. But if you clean that up, polish it up in the internals, it probably function a lot better, but I can't modify this and call it a full review because then it's me making the gun better than it is than you get it out of the box. So full review, got to stick with the standard stuff you're going to be getting once you get it in the mail. Okay, another snag. See, it popped up just as it cleared. Just as it cleared, it was already caught on that BCG, but it just didn't go all the way forward. There's one mag, one out. Nice and gentle. Look at that, it's getting stuck. Sorry guys, these flies are pissing me off, this gun's pissing me off, but telling it like I see it. Woo! See, that time, maybe we just gotta break this bad boy in. That time felt good. See, the gun's got potential beyond belief and it's super quick. It's just that mag, you gotta get it to stop right there. Any further and you can have issues. All right, let's do it again, see if it'll run fast again. Woo! That's 3. Gentle. Ah. I wish there was a forward assist. See, just because that mag was just a little too far forward, I will figure it out. At the end of the video, we'll discuss. Let's go again, fast. Ah, oh, see, little snag. Maybe I'm giving some good tips on how Utas could solve these problems and make this gun truly legit, but you don't want to have to be dealing with this often. Let's go a little bit slower and run the tree again. This is mag 5. And fun fact, a lot of gas comes out of the gas system right where the piston actuates. I'm feeling some gas nap or slap on my hand. That looks worse than it is, but that shows you how much gas is coming out of here. So far, feeding so well. Fed all those. Mag 5, which would be mag 13 technically, because we've already done 8. So this is mag 14. Just gently pushed it in there. Still feel that snagging point. Woo, running those fine. I think we might have found the key to its success. Gentle tap, tap, tappy. Meh. That's a lot of shotgun shells. That's 10 of them, pretty damn quick. Mag 16, gentle. And let's just dump them fast again. It's another 10. So, considerable difference, and I'm feeling much more smoothness. I think all the rough edges that shouldn't be there from the get-go are getting broken off or worn off inside, because I can see wearing marks already inside this gun, which, and the piston's gunked up to be expected with 160 shotgun shells already. So let's just keep going. Let's load up a few mags. We're gonna change up the shells now. So 160, we have some issues along the way, but we're learning that, well, we're learning things that you wanna know before you buy a gun. That's the whole point of a full review. As you can tell, I'm dumping, you know, boom, 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 pretty damn quick. I mean, that's one of the fastest shotguns semi-automatic that I've ever shot. The reliability is an issue right now though. If you can get the reliability down, damn, this thing's got some serious freaking potential. Let's go dirt cheap, 12 gauge, 2 3/4, 1200 feet per second, 8 shot. So a little bit slower, and some of the cheapest shotgun shells you can buy. And these mags are fairly easy to load. It gets a little tight around 9 or 10, but before that, it's pretty damn easy. And they're well made, straightforward, aluminum followers. Gotta love that. So 1200 feet per second, some of the cheapest dog crap shotgun shells you can buy. Okay. With the bolt carrier group forward, you can kind of give it a little bit more of a nudge because it prevents it and blocks it from going too far up. I just wanted it to fall out. Being so gentle, it could fall out. Let's see how 1,200 feet per second does. Here we go. Didn't feed that one. That one's just strictly because I don't think it has as much balls behind it. I can hear that too as I, Let's try another mag and let's load up. These bugs are gonna test my patience. Gentle, nice and gentle. That sounded better. Let's see if I can run this quick. All of them. So that's not to say that you're not gonna have an issue along the way, but we had one hang up, but the other mag fed fine. So you're probably gonna have better luck always with faster shotgun shells. A little bit more speed behind it's gonna help cycle that bolt a whole lot more. So let's try a different one now. Safety on, shotgun is clear. Let's try Federal. I already have these loose in here because it makes it easier to shoot. I like to go out and plink whistle pigs and stuff like that out here in the high desert. 12 gauge, 8 shot, and this is coming out, I believe, at 1,200 feet per second. Yeah, 1,200 feet per second. So let's load up 10 of these. So these shells, I mean, compared to the Winchester AA, those are a lot smoother. These have a little bit more rougher texture on the outside, so we'll see if it has any snagging points. Gentle. Come on. Come on. Maybe I did overload it. Let's take one out. Oh, it went right back in the box. Maybe I did overload it. My bad. Let's go fast. I don't even think it fed one. Nope, did. Uh-oh. Having a hang up. Uh-oh. I think maybe it didn't extract. Nope, that's a new round. Didn't have a primer strike. I just couldn't pull the trigger. Another note. Yeah, I can feel that being a little crustier. Let's try a few of those mags. We have a lot of that type of ammo with the Federal. Let's load up like 2 or 3 in a row and see how fast I can rip them off and what issues we have. A little tough on that last one, but we got 3 mags loaded up. Hopefully you'll see it in the secondary camera sped up. We're not cleaning this thing or nothing, guys. It doesn't behoove me to do that. I want to see this thing work just as much as you guys do because it's an affordable semi-automatic 12 gauge that's stick fed. Who doesn't want that? Ah, come on! This is 10, it's not overloaded. I'm just seeing that those shells are a little bit rougher surface, have a little bit stickiness on this gun. Granted, I haven't cleaned it yet, and we've shot almost like, I think well over 200 shells, so let's go slow and controlled. Okay, that's one. Tap it in. Stuck on that. Yep. Yeah. So other than that one, tap it in. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. So it seated that one. Push this shell back. Got that shell in there. Yes, we do. Let's go a little bit faster. Nope, getting stuck. So, Federal. Federal, I think it's the, sorry, bugs in my mouth. Whew, it gets a little hot. Those 2 screws. Federal, I think it's the surface area. of the shotgun shell. I mean, these are pretty dog crap shotgun shells as well. I mean, I like them. I shoot them all the time, and breech barrels and pump actions, I love them because they're dirt cheap, and they work because they're pump action and breech barrel, so you don't have to worry about extraction. We're also seeing some screws come loose. I start to see one of the hex screws coming loose. How the hell is that not Loctited? Ugh. Hey guys, back again. It's been about 10 months, maybe more. At the end of the first section of testing, I was bummed out. The speed of this shotgun, I was incredibly blown away by it. I was bummed because I hate being negative, but you got to call it like you see it. So I contacted Utas. I was like, listen, this is what's going on. It's having issues with cycling. It's having issues with certain types of shells. And then it's not having issues with certain types of shells. Then it is again. And then the gas block was coming loose and snapping, expanding gases onto my hand, and you can't have that. It's just not something you're going to want out of the box. And granted, we are shooting a lot of shotgun shells back to back to back to back, but I was bummed out. So I let them know about it. They were freaked out. They're like, this isn't good. We don't want that. We want to fix it. So hats off to them on that. They asked me to send the shotgun back. I sent it back to them. What they did though is they made some alterations with the system, the way the magazines fit into the gun. The original mags and the system was allowing the mags to fit too far up into the action of the gun, which is causing hangups with the bolt carrier group going forward. It still has the wear and tear in it because it's still the same shotgun. It hasn't changed. They just made some improvements to where the magazine stops and doesn't go too far up in the gun, which was causing the issues. They also took a look at the gas block. They were blown away by that. Once again, R&D, you know, they found something they needed to fix and they took care of it. They're saying they're going to keep an eye on it. So if you have an XTR12 and you're worried about having those issues, if it does start becoming a problem, contact them, let them know. Obviously, I've already talked enough about this. You guys don't need to hear any more. Zombie target, 10 shells. Oh my God. The difference between the old shotgun and before they did the modifications of the new one, it's so much more just instantly connecting, and you can tell it's not going so far up into the receiver. But time will tell here in a second. We are shooting first shot, or the first mag. We're gonna do multiple mags. We're gonna do the Winchester Super X, 1,325 feet per second, 7-shot, 2 3/4 inch shell. Let's see how this cycles. All right, zombie. Suck 12 gauge. Last round hold open, no failures to feed. Okay, let me fix my target real fast and we'll get back to it. Oh God, I hope this is running smooth. Whew, I'm pumped. Next, 2 3/4 inch, 12 gauge. This has got more of a textured surface to it. All right, come on, looking for consistency. Damn! It's raining lead. Oh. Still have a little failure to feed. Oh, that should help a little bit. All right, back to it. Got to finish these up. I had that one issue. Safety off. That's better. Got that one out. Now we have the Remington Premium Target Load, 8-shot, 2 3/4 inch, coming out 1,235 feet per second. A little bit smoother outside of the shell casing. Come on. There you go. Oh, yeah, the smoother shells, they run fast. Last of the different loads, we have the Federal high brass load, 4-shot. Should hit a little bit harder. 2 3/4 inch, 12 gauge, coming out 1,330 feet per second. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Yeah. High brass. This should be a little bit different. Probably gonna kill that steel again. Ooh. Ooh. Getting pelted. Yep. Not seating all the way forward. There we go. Another failure to feed. Last one. Yeah. I'm getting lead. A little closer steel. Don't do it yourself. Forewarning. I should back it up a little bit. All right, let's do just back to back to back to back. Let's try to go. How many mags we got? 1, 2, 3, 6. We have 7 mags. We'll load them up with the Federal Super X and just blast away with 7 mags full, so 70 rounds in a row, and see what happens, see how many failures to feed we have on that. I think what we're having is, the smoother the casing, the better. I have lubed this a little bit, but not much. It's still having some issues, but I'm not getting any slap from the gas block, so that's a plus. You know the tune, come on now. If you don't know that tune, we can't be friends. 5 more shots of the high brass, see what that has. Yeah, so maybe it's just warming up a little bit. It's definitely much better. I gotta hire a mag loader, just have you on set, speaking nothing but positive reinforcement, cheering me on, saying good things, positive vibe ambassador. I'd pay someone for that. Ah! And you know, you gotta load the occasional mag. If you do it wrong and I blow my fingers off, it's all your fault and you get fired. There's downsides, but you know, there would be perks. You would get benefits. All the time. Loading mags all the time. Ah, the sun's going down. Saying all the negatives and pros and cons right now while I'm loading, because we're going to sign off as soon as I'm done with this 7 mag barrage downrange. I like the magazines. I like the fact that they're, you know, they're metal. They're not plastic polymer crap, and it doesn't feel chintzy. I'm not even counting. I might 7 or 8 in these things. I don't know. It's going to stop eventually, right? But I like the mags. I like the feel of the gun. It's comfortable. It's lightweight. It has a, you know, it's direct transition over from an AR-15. It's nice. I think, I'm almost certain you can change out the trigger too. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But that'd be really cool to check that out, put a lighter trigger in it and see how fast you can run this thing. Adjustable gas block would be huge. It'd be a huge plus, because I think that's a huge issue with the fillers to extract, fillers to feed. But overall, like I was saying, there's a lot of guns out there that they're not the most reliable. They're not the highest end. They're not the top dollar ones. They're not the 100% reliable. But you know, this is a semi-automatic 12 gauge. Every once in a while, you have to pull the charging handle back and seat it a little bit harder, or you know, clear around or clear a shell. This gun's fun. And I had a few friends out and some family members out to shoot the other one that we have. And that one had some hiccups as well. It had issues with certain shells just not feeding. And you know, no one was like, oh, this gun sucks now. No, they all still like the gun. They all still like the shotgun. They enjoyed it because it's a semi-automatic 12 gauge. I mean, if you can't smile just a little bit shooting that, I don't know what to say. We can't be friends. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of, now, don't get me wrong, the Utas made a, I don't even want to speak of the name, you know the shotgun. That shotgun, I hated it. It's plasticky feel, it feels all chintzy. Not fun to shoot, just wonky. I mean, it looks cool, looks like a sci-fi, you know, alien blaster, but I don't know, that was not fun and expensive. This gun's more cost effective and it feels good. It transitions over from an AR-15 very well. I mean, you have all the ergonomics of an AR-15. I think they've solved the issue with the shifting on the screws for the gas block. So that's all taken care of. I think that's 10. I'm losing track. We got 5, 6. So yeah, overall, I like the shotgun a lot. A whole lot. It's super fun. Blasting whistle pigs, shooting targets, shooting clays. That's where it's at. And when I had it out with my friends and my family, the look on their face and the fun they had, it put me back, because I review guns a lot and I have to see the pros and the cons, and I gotta be completely non-biased and just tell you what I see. But at the end of the day, you know, the shooting community is based around a lot of just fun. And if you have a gun that you truly enjoy, even though it has some hiccups, I mean, gosh dang, why not? I mean, I have that C-Money-9 high point, the C9 high point. That thing is horrendous. I mean, it jams all the time, but people laugh so hard shooting it. And when they see it, they just start cracking up and they just want to shoot it. And that's half the battle, man. If you can find something you enjoy shooting, you know, even though it may not be the best gun ever made or the most reliable gun ever made, if you're having fun and you put a smile on your face, and the gun does what it does, and it does what it's supposed to do most of the time, you know, especially if it's high point. I mean, that thing's cheap as dirt. I think it's cheaper than a couple gallons of milk nowadays. Oh, that sun's really setting. Hold on. We got lightning in the distance, so I'm just getting done with this one. I gotta pack up. I'm gonna get struck by lightning. It's all clear and gorgeous out here. Lightning and death over here. Hurry up. But XTR12, I like it. I like it. It's got hiccups, it's got issues. It's not perfect by any means. There's some room for improvement, but for the price point, it's a lot of fun. This thing runs quick too, and let's just hope we don't have too many failures to feed or to extract on these ones. Come on, almost done. Come on, almost done. Sun's going down, racing the clock. God, I'm hungry and want a beer. See how it does. Ripping them off. Oh boy. Woo, there's 10. Mag out. Mag out. Mag in. Seating. Woo! There's 20. Come on, baby. Keep feeding. Woo! There's 30. Hot brass, hot lead, hot lead. We're gonna lose the target here in a second. Woo! Oh, killed it. Just keep going. Oh, one. Oh, cleared that one. One failure to feed. Here we go, here we go. Woo! Mag out. Going again, going again. Gotta love it. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Dumping them out. Getting it done. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yes! One issue. One slight failure to feed. Other than that, they definitely have figured out some of the issues. Thunderstorms coming in, slight rainbow in the distance. Time for a beer. A lot of setup, a lot of stuff. You'll see behind the scenes if you're over at Patreon. I want fans to truly feel like they want to contribute to help out for what's going on. This isn't easy and it's not free. It takes a lot of time. Patreon.com/GY6. Please consider becoming one. I'll see you guys next time on the next episode. Thanks a ton for the support. See you soon.